Oh wow, this is loud. All right. Hi, I'm Josh Ramos. I go to Penn and I'm majoring in economics with a minor in chemistry. I'll be doing healthcare consulting in DC after college, and I hope to go to med school after working for a few years. Now, the trouble with writing a 3-minute speech is that you have to cut out a lot of things you really want to say. Like, for example, I couldn't include the joke I wrote that poked fun of Pastor Young's penchant for long services and his apparent inability to keep his service short, even when he, tries. And I couldn't include all the things that we were encouraged to talk about, like how I've grown more spiritually in the past 2 years that I've been consistently attending GCC than I had in all of my first 20 years combined. I left the details of those things out so I could spend my remaining time talking about the one thing I love most about GCC and the one thing that I'll miss most when I graduate in a few weeks and leave Philadelphia, and that's the people. For those of you who don't know, up until this past November, I was a coxswain for Penn's lightweight crew team. Although I very much enjoyed the sport and competing at that level, it's difficult to separate all of those great memories from the seemingly constant isolation I felt both from my teammates and as a function of being on the team. I never quite fit in with those guys, and I never really hung out with the team outside of practice, in part because I didn't enjoy participating in the types of things they did at nights and on weekends. And because crew took up so much of my time, it became that much harder to foster relationships with very many people outside of the team. Now, when I was considering leaving the crew team, one of my biggest concerns was that I would be even more alone without practices and races to fill my time and the superficial relationships I had with my teammates. But that never became an issue. 2013 welcomed me with open arms, and for the first time in my 4 years at Penn, I felt like I had a family away from home. From all the official events to the impromptu hangouts to the meals we've gotten together during the week and after services, I felt like I belonged to a social group for the first time since high school. But this wasn't just a clique. We not only hung out together, but also prayed together, supported each other, held each other accountable, and challenged one another to grow. I never really had Christian friends growing up. I never really valued them before this year. But now, one of my biggest priorities when I moved down to DC is to find a church that has a type of community GCC does. I think that's the biggest testament I can give to the level of impact GCC has had on me. I'm going to miss you guys so much, and I don't think I can sufficiently articulate how much of an impact you've had on my life. So all I can say, and all I will say, is thank you.